What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon and the channel is 540 Flips. Hope everybody has had a great weekend out there. I do have a topic I want to talk about and get y'all's opinion on regarding a return on eBay. But before I get into that, I thought it would be fun to share you guys some of the pickups I got yesterday from an estate sale. It was right here in my town. Yesterday was a pretty rainy, dreary day. So, you know, there wasn't much going on in the terms of sales and all that. But in my town, there was actually 2 estate sales, believe it or not. It doesn't happen very often that there's any sales here regarding estate sales. But 2 estate sales. One, it was a family ran sale that there was a lot of emotional attachment to the items. I was the only one that even showed up at first. Like, the whole time I was there, I was the only one there. And while I was in there, like, looking around and stuff, it almost seemed like anytime I had asked about an item, you know, it was 2 ladies there running it, and either one or the other would say, "Oh, I haven't taken that up and put it in our room yet. You know, my nephew wanted to keep this," or "My sister wanted to keep this. I wanted to." So a lot of emotional attachment there. And also they were also confused looking things up online. The one lady looked something up literally while I was there, and she's like, "I don't understand why one price for this is $139 and then the other one, it shows $22 or something like that." And I just kind of, you know, threw out there, a lot of people get confused, but you got to make sure you're looking at solds. And, you know, you could tell they weren't too familiar with selling platforms and stuff, but they were looking things up and getting these prices. And I think there was a lot of confusion to that, and they were thinking that some of the stuff was worth way more than it was. There was some Fiesta wear. I don't even know exactly what it was because it was packed in a closet. And the one lady that was doing it, she's like, "We do have some Fiesta wear in here. I don't know if you're interested in that." And then the other lady was like, "Oh, no, I'm not looking to move that. I don't think anybody's going to pay me here what I want for it." So anyway, I just grabbed a couple things, small items. I don't even know if they're worth selling. I did get a little brooch that I think will do like $20, maybe $30. And then I got a couple hats that were cool. One of them was like an old Chevrolet beanie from probably like the 70s. I paid $5 for everything, you know, just because I felt bad going in and looking around. And then I don't know, you could tell that they just weren't ready to let go of things, and I didn't want to go looking through everything and try to like negotiate them down or whatever. So I just picked up a couple things that I felt was worth what they were asking. And yeah, headed to the next sale, which was the first time I've been to one of these. It was actually a free sale. It was listed as free. Message for the address on Marketplace, and the response was, "Take whatever you can use. Let other people know." You know, and basically what it was, it looked like the account that posted it was a real estate agent. And I'm assuming maybe the person's dad is a kind of like rents out houses and had some workers there to do a clear out, maybe some repairs on the home. And so they just needed the stuff out of the house. And when we got to the house, literally, it looked like people had packed up necessities and rolled out. There was stuff everywhere. There was things bagged up. There was things boxed up, but it was just like a mess. And it was a weird situation. Myself and another gentleman and his wife were there, and then some other folks started coming afterwards, but there was a language barrier. The workers were Hispanic, and they were the only ones there. The lady, I'm assuming it was a lady by the Facebook account, was messaging, like asking if I was there and if I was able to get things. But then the guy that was there supposedly running it all was saying, "No, y'all can't come in the house," and telling people they couldn't take things that were in the garage. And we all discussed amongst ourselves that the workers actually had some things they were wanting to take and keep. There was like a weed eater, a lawnmower, some tools, and I think it was ticking the worker off, and he didn't want us there because he wanted to get the stuff for himself. And so I was able to get some stuff. I ended up, you know, the other folks were like, oh, he won't let us in the house. The door was cracked. I ended up walking in, and he was pretty cool. You could just tell, I think he was kind of trying to do work and wanted to keep some of the things. So anyway, enough of that, but I was able to get some stuff. I will show you some of the things here. This isn't everything. I'm not going to bore you all with all of it. But just to kind of show you from a free sale, some stuff I did have to toss. Like there was a Sony Discman that it would turn on, but it wouldn't read the discs, I don't think, and it wasn't worth it in parts repair to ship. There was another ratchet that was really nice, but the reverse lever was broke off, so that's not worth anything. So you can see it's kind of a miscellaneous array. I did miss a stack of video games that were pretty good that another guy seen. I had literally walked right by them. They were on the floor under some stuff, and I didn't see them, but I did pick up a couple myself. Here is a Hotel Dusk for the DS. I found this. It's not, you know, it's wrinkled, but this is the Fire Red Pokemon manual, Manhunt, and it is complete. If I can get it open one-handed, it is complete. And the other crazy thing was, as messed up as the house was, like the games and stuff are, this has got a little bit, you know, can wipe it down, but they weren't all like scratched up and destroyed. This is pretty cool. It's a promo music sampler for Dreamcast. Little digital camera, a mag light actually works. Nice to get a mag light that works. Some manga books. This plush I gotta look up a little bit more. There's one listed for an extremely high price. I don't think it's actually worth that much. This little VW badge, believe it or not, it's about 25 bucks. A couple other tools. This little wrench, stubby wrench, is actually pretty valuable. Some Goosebumps VHS, a little Craftsman set there. And then I also got, I think it was 10 or 12 Dragon Ball VHS, and it includes like the first, I think it was 1 through 6 plus the bonus VHS. And then there was some other ones that were the Dragon Ball Z. Bunch of CDs, as I mentioned. I went through the CDs and just took out the ones that I knew would either sell good individually or ones that I could lot together that were like hip hop and, you know, that kind of stuff. Some of them were empty cases, obviously, so I just threw those away. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, the find of the whole thing, and I couldn't believe this was even there. Unfortunately, I think the box got stepped on because the other gentleman, I don't think he's seen it. But I found it next to his foot, actually. But there was a Furby Gizmo still sealed in the box. Now, of course, the box has damage now. But I think even with a damaged box, it's probably $80 to $100 at least. The missus might actually keep that because she really liked that one, and you know, it was free anyway, so I might just let her keep that. I got a box full of like 50 Goosebumps books, and most of them are the original release of them. I did not look and see if it had all of the stuff included inside or whatever of the books, but there's like a full box of the books. I think that's about it. There might be another 1 or 2 odds and ends, but overall, you know, not bad. I think, there was a bag that had some other like electronic things in it, but like some cell phones and things like that, but they were old and not really worth anything. But you know, for local, didn't have to, it was like 5 minutes away from my house. It was free. I don't think I could do much better. You know, it's all profit. If one thing sells, it's, you know, that's all profit. So didn't have to waste time. I was at that house for 40 minutes total maybe, and it was a pretty large house. I didn't like dig through bags and all that stuff because it looked like that they were trying to clean the house out, and I didn't know if they had bagged some of it up. But overall, pretty good day. I mean, anytime you can go and get some stuff and it's all free, and just pure profit, I would say is a good day. So on to the topic. I got a return request last night, and I wanted to discuss this with you guys because it is an interesting scenario here. And before you even start typing it out, I already know that comments out there are, if the buyer says item not as described, eBay will force, to take the return and blah, blah, blah. I hear that so often, but then when I look back at my history on eBay, I actually have had pretty good luck, apparently, compared to what most people say. eBay is normally pretty reasonable with, hearing both sides of the story and understanding the scenario. And I think they review accounts to see return histories. And, I don't have any wood laying around here. Let me go over here real quick and knock on wood. I haven't really had a lot of issues with returns. Most of my returns that, I've shared with you guys, and this isn't to knock any gender here, but most of the returns I have dealt with have been women clothing that were said they didn't fit. It wasn't anything with descriptions, wasn't people weren't satisfied with the item they bought or the condition of the item they bought. It's literally mostly been fitment issues. So I have had some people that have tried to scam in sports cards, and, working with eBay, we've gotten those things resolved, but those are, in the past as well. And eBay has provided, new tools and policies to fight against those sort of things, obviously with authenticity guarantee and stuff. But this one is one that it's in a category I don't deal a lot with. And it got me thinking about, could this happen more if people actually thought about it? And it's something that as a seller, we can't protect ourselves on. And it's unfortunate because some of the items in these categories could be pretty valuable. But the return is on a book. And I don't sell a lot of books, and most of the books I have sold either pertain, Bibles, religious books, or strategy guides for video games or whatever. I haven't never found, I've sold some cookbooks. Cookbooks is another book category I've sold, but overall I don't deal a lot of books. And the reason I'm bringing this up and even using it as a topic or a discussion in this video is the person purchased this book nearly a month ago. And so it's right inside, just barely inside the return window. They also left positive feedback that stated, item as described. But I got this return request last night claiming that 2 pages in their sequential pages, 2 pages were torn and that the item was defective. Now, when you hear pages torn, you likely picturing just a tear in the page. This is the entire bottom right corner torn off. And what it appeared to me as, maybe when somebody was flipping the page, or I don't know. But when I sold the book, now keep in mind this book is from the 1920s. It was a Scottish prayer book. It was about $40 or $44 for the book. The binding, the pages, like this book was very well taken care of. Yes, it was older, but overall condition was really, really, really good. The reason I bring this up is, obviously, as sellers, we try to learn ways to protect ourselves. Take good photographs. Describe any issues that we are aware of. But in a book, you don't have enough pictures. And obviously, it would be kind of counterproductive to photograph every single page. So it got me thinking, Have you guys dealt with any situation like this if you sell a lot of books? Because it seems to be that it would be very easy for people to buy a book, use it for whatever they wished, and within the return period, tear a page and then file a return. And then what sucks is if you get the book back on the return, it's not worth as much because it's got torn pages. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on this. I know I'm going to reach out and just ask them, because this is a more rare book. Ask them if they would be happy with just a partial, it is what it is. Maybe that's what they're fishing for. I don't know. But it was just odd. Here they are, have had it almost the full 30 days. They had left positive feedback saying the item was described. And now they're reaching out saying, oh, the book is defective. It's got a torn page. So little strange to me. I don't know if others dealing in books have dealt with anything like this. Is this possibly something that somebody's just found a loophole in the eBay? Is it just possible? The book was in excellent condition, but those 2 pages had a tear in them. That's the part that gets me. As good of condition as this book was, to have 2 sequential pages and the tear was exact is really, really strange. If it was an older, more beat up book, I could understand it completely. If the pages had been folded and all that, I could understand it completely. This thing was in amazing condition. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you have had a great weekend. If you don't mind and you're new here, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Has this ever happened to you? What do you think of the pickups? Do you get to hit a lot of free sales? I'll tell you, it was pretty awesome. Although strange because of the language barrier and not quite understanding what was going on. I was told one thing and then get there and it's a whole different thing. But anyway, it was still good. Free is good. Free is profit. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.